Hi and welcome to my stream, The Rod of Justice Part 4. We ended last time at, well, pretty much, like first we completed our escape from the enemy lines. Then we sort of went for the first test to reach the Rod of Justice, more or less. The Sentinels, and then we went down into the mountain and encountered undead / spiders, which apparently took down the drakes we traded with at some time in the past, apparently. Back then I also said that I'm gonna go like 10 turns back, so I won't have to wait forever to give my units their items, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So, let's go, a spider's web it is. So basically, Finrod was, like the captain, was the recipient of an item over here, and because I left him down here, it would take forever for him to reach. So I just went back in time for a little bit to make it, let's say, not as annoying to have him reach there. So this is a troll we picked up this scenario. This is Devanars, who did a very good job at clearing out the spies, the spider hatchlings to be precise. And there was also this item. And because I am using Idyrs for a lot of tanking purposes, I do think it's a good pick. Yeah, whatever. Those guys are just there to collect some villagers, and everyone else not an important. At high rogue. Being your unit, yes, your Maldaaf is over here. I think it is kind of funny that the spider is called Octavia. Like, not that funny, but somewhat funny for sure. I see, so if that one wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to reach the spider. In that case. Like, I of course want to feed her with more XP. And that's exactly what I'm doing. There was also an item and an enemy hidden over here, which I was gonna give. I am going to give to... where is he? Devanars, of course. Maybe not of course, but it's certainly the plan. And this can already... there. Ouch. Misclick. Well, I'll admit I did not plan on that to work anyway. Good enough. Exactly, now Adrias has access to all the villages and can just teleport around as needed. And that's exactly the kind of mobility I'm looking for. And while Idyrs is the one that has to reach over here, so I will move him over there as well. take down the beds. Like, yeah, this is admittedly mostly just running down the enemies. Fair enough. So I'm gonna rest him for a moment. Oh, I completely forgot the druid down there. Let's take it. That troll as well. And as I said, taking down the bed. So she gets 5 hit points for mushroom, and 8 hit points for villages, of course. Yes, I recall someone saying that, it might have been actually Rifumi, that the roaches are basically the Whirlish, some kind of Whirlish. If you recall the Whirlish from Under the Burning Suns. So yeah, basically aliens. One more turn, and then I'm gonna move on that enemy. Something is happening. Ooh. Ah, but of course, this would happen to me. I mean, sure, why not? Okay, looks like I underestimated their resistances. Interesting. 27. Damn, this is an impact damage. Did not consider that. Well, I guess let's start with slowing this guy. Damn. Okay, no, it's better to run away at this point. Last bit of healing. Reset. Shame, I was hoping to give that kill to Mercy, but that's okay. So this is basically a all-round physical resistance boost. And yeah. That's all it is. Something is happening. Vengeance! Actually, my name is Kronak, but vengeance works too. It has a nice ring to it. Die! You're just full of ideas, aren't you? I mean, fair enough. Is a good name. Yeah, it is. It is. It's also very eloquent. Actually, yes, I can afford that. Nice. Destroy this one. And then as expected, I still have to do those 6 turns. Actually, did he move last turn? Yes, yes he did. Perfect. Just collecting some random vision, why not? That's the spider lich. Basically, it's just a level 2 lich. Honestly, at 9 times 3, 6 times 3, and this one has... Yeah, okay, there is a very clear difference in strength. Certainly understandable for them to be just level 2 units. But, okay, I still have to kill her first. So let's do that. Hey, I can reach there, I can get that village, nice. So he still needs a couple turns, so I can absolutely afford just walking over there. Children, my tapestries. Be at rest, tormented soul. There we go. Alright, there was this pathway. Four more turns to wait. Right, if I had done that later, that would have been a lot more turns to wait. All the villages, I've got nearly all the items. Really just need to wait that one more turn. Yes, there was. Okay, and I will also have fully explored the map, it seems. And okay, except this, but whatever. Actually, just for clarification's sake. There we go. First strike, add more damage. Much more damage. And there was this nook left. So 100% of the map explored, 100% defeated, 100%... Okay, fine, this is maybe not fully explored, but whatever. Let's leave this behind. I'm feeling strong tugs from the jewel. The rod is very close. Let us not waste any time then. New Elysian needs us. And there we go. 20 turns early finished is quite a bit of income. Nice. 165 on top of the minimum starting gold. I'll take that. Trudging past the fallen skeletons and Arachne's destroyed body, we went further into the tunnels. Soon after Idyr had led us down many corridors and turns, we encountered a massive door with glyphs upon it. Even I could feel the magic resonating from it. There was no doubt that the rod was here. Tentatively, we opened the door, and strangely found a fresh breeze that broke up the stifling volcanic air. The floor was wooden, polished and clean on the other side, welcoming, as if we had just entered the house of a familiar friend. There we are. Alright, well, I'm thoroughly confused now. There's water here? And trees? Something must be magically sustaining life here. Vegetation barely grows outside, let alone here. Perhaps that's why we saw such growth around the Sentinel's keep? I'd wager the rod must be very close then. We're right on top of it. Likely, yes. Don't be so quick to jump to merriment, young ones. Something is coming. Right on time. I admit it has been a while, Eli. Eli? Eli? Vikran! How's this possible? As if an apocalypse would keep me from this world. Ha! After the royal crypt in Velden was destroyed, my soul was set free. But I could only wander the sands for so long, so I made my way here, drawn to something. The Rod of Justice. Indeed, child. It became my role over the centuries to watch over it and pass it along when the time came. So you have it here? Yes. So? So what? Well, aren't you going to give it to us? Just hand you one of the most powerful objects on Earth? No, Devanar. This works a bit differently. Rikrin, must you test us? You know me. You know I would never let a rod fall into the wrong hands. That I do, Eli. But I must test you all the same. So you would waste our time with trials we will easily pass anyway? I would hold you to the same standards and requirements as everyone else, Ilydir. Despite the corruptions we committed in life, despite whatever I may think of you, I must test you all the same. Insufferably virtuous, even in death. Now that everyone is here, I can commence with the proceedings. There are 6 groups of you all here, but I may only guide one to the rod. Wear it. Sell Zugetap or he burn ghost. Fool troll. The rod is property of Urya. That is not what we agreed upon. You said it would go to the Emperor. Yes, perhaps it will, but I'll be the one to present it, not some idiotic human who still chases after Yechnagov's deceased memory. You'll take those words back. Alright, man, you know what to do. Crush all these ingrates so you can bring the rod back to a giant's palm. Not on my watch. Come, disciples, let us climb the rod for the Master, for the glory of Malnikai. Malnikai? Anika? She's still alive then? Undead, technically. So it would seem. She knows about the rod and has sent her followers here to claim it. For what purposes she needs it, I suppose we'll find out. Will they fight us? Didn't you all form some kind of group? That people scary, but more help from them nice. Indeed we did, but I doubt these adepts will know who I am. Perhaps we can establish contact with her later, but for now I'm afraid we are left with no alternatives. As I said, I may only guide one group to the rod. Therefore, your 6 parties will have to fight until only one army remains. This is the first test. You've all found 6 different entrances, but 5 of you will find the same exit. Prove you are worthy, prove you are strong, and most importantly, prove you are just. Ikran. Good luck, Elidir. Perhaps we'll meet again. I'll return when only one force stands. Eliminate all other competitors. Technically there's a turn limit, but the defeat condition of turns run out is missing, so I'm gonna add this to the forums post. There we are. This is process of elimination. Process of elimination. There we go. Let's start. So first of all, the last time I played it, I really just played defensively like this. Not much need to spend money on this. I'm just gonna get a Shadow or a Stillwater. Probably a Shadow because the Shadow still needs to level. And beyond that, I'm not really gonna recall any units except, okay, maybe Finrod. Do I need a healer? Yes, I do need a healer. So let us recall Reproductile, and that's pretty much all. Do we have a law unit? I do not. Okay, there's someone that needs to be banned. Let's go. So those guys are just gonna defend. Right. So you see everyone has quite a bit of gold and income, and they are gonna beat each other up. I'm also for this gonna skip AI moves, because, well, a lot of units are gonna move around. Let's see. It's around 70, maybe a bit more. And some enemies actually have gold left. So there's that. This guy has low level units. And I'm just gonna send Elidir and my Shadow around to assassinate enemies. While they keep beating each other up. It honestly doesn't really matter who wins or not, because they will just run out of units. Guess I could go around that a little bit. Oh. Interesting, they have different chocobones than I do, and perhaps it would make sense for them to also have the same kind of chocobones as I have, the ones that can advance. Well done! Like, this one is really flexing the 17% chance to dodge. Keep going there. And get to Stormtide. Like, the demons are obviously gonna win against the humans, and the humans are gonna get wrecked by trolls as well. And the undead are gonna take blue out and then crash onto me. And the trolls looks like they're just gonna be very, very fine, and those will be the ones I need to actually assassinate. Well, the undead as well. Yeah, the Chaos Empire, Chaos humans are still not really confident in attacking. I'm all for them not being confident in attacking, and then I just don't need to fight them. So that's alright by me. As I said, the trolls are gonna win that. It looks like I was a bit overconfident and the trolls are actually gonna take more losses than I would have expected. Oh, come on. That silk is really flexing. Yep, marksman wins. So with a bit of luck, those couple demons are unimportant anyway. Like, I don't care if they're gonna crash with them or not. And perhaps those chaos humans will actually turn back onto the undead. That would be very nice for me. But yeah, I think the trolls and, like, of course the ones in the not edges, what's it called? Okay, in the upper and lower edges, in the corners have the best time, of course, because they don't get smushed between two forces. Or at least are not as focused, actually. So this guy is just gonna die. Probably. Actually, I do see some chance of them surviving. Okay, I'm gonna save here because I'm gonna attack this one, and depending on how they react, I would not want for that to happen, of course. Oh, they actually start attacking. Funny timing. Just as the undead are about to overrun them. So yeah, it would seem to me like the demons would possibly not been able to finish off the bandits leader, but the trolls certainly will. Oh, actually they fight each other before going for him, so... Okay, let's finish off. Area Edangor, I'm sorry. As befits a traitor. Good for them. So this one needs a break. This one kinda needs to get beaten up. So yeah, I would definitely put my units that will deal extensive damage back when getting attacked forward, that's for sure. Actually, let's put them there. Yes, Reproductile isn't loyal, or what do you mean? What do you mean about as befits a traitor, or what exactly? But yeah, I see no hope for these guys to survive. They're barely gonna take one unit down, maybe. Ah, someone must warn Olivin. Yes, I have enough keep of 5 for the Shadow and the Reproductile, the Saurian Seer, I think. I recall those two. Like this one and this one. Whoops. Absolutely not. This one, of course. So I'm gonna take only one village for now and then move on, because the other village can just be taken at any time by Adrias. Of course. Sadly, Kalasa is not capable of attacking there. Not meaningfully. Oh, come on. Like, really, he is dying and they attack me. I'll wait for you, Yechnagov. Rogue. A Shadow, a level 2 unit, and Refudactyl, a level 3 unit, make 5 upkeep together. So it absolutely checks out. It's not Devanars and not running the upkeep. So let's keep moving. It seems Malhunkai is the one I need to take down the most, actually. Oh, damn. Kinda assumed it would have an easier time getting there. I guess I'm just gonna put it to rest there. Damn. Let's just finish it. I feel like I do probably have to take out those trolls, because I'm not sure where the hell they are gonna move next. And it doesn't seem like I will have a good chance of getting past them. So let's do that. Oh, right, she heals +4, so I should definitely take advantage of that. Oh, the star. Okay. Fair enough. It's a shame. There is no chance of this Uro Ramanza dying to the undead, to the trolls, because they basically send 0 forces down there. I'm not even confident that they would die in the long term or something like that. This demon is annoying me. Like, just keep going the other way, please. So yeah, as I said, I do have to finish them off to get to this one. And I guess that's just what I'm gonna do. Shame. I was kinda hoping that would work. So this one would probably finish them off, but I do not want this. I want to keep this. So. Like basically my forces down here will have to wipe out the undead, and those two will have to go for the trolls. Which is quite alright. Definitely something they can pull off. But yeah, as you can see, they definitely were too willing to fight one another and not willing to just hang back for a little bit. That's on me. I should have used leadership there. So what do I want him to be? Strong is for swordsman best. This one is probably either of those two is probably gonna attack by the ranged attack. It's just gonna be some XP, so whatever. So first of all this. Okay, I can let it live. No problem. There's not much of a point of going there. I'm just gonna keep going there. Oh, this one is doing well. Yeah, as I said, no chance of the undead dying to them. As expected. I wonder? Yep, they could have one-shot them, but it's not important enough to me. Okay, let's first collect that XP. Not that they get to take it. I keep forgetting that this guy has ambush. I don't know, the chef cells wouldn't really have... Like, they would have helped a little bit against the Undead, but they didn't focus the Undead to begin with. So that wouldn't have helped at all. So yeah, this one is obviously done for. And at this point I can absolutely afford to fight those leftovers of enemies. Like, this one ghost is also kinda funny of just... What are they gonna do? Nothing. They're just gonna stand around and hope that no one finds them first. Okay. Well, to be honest, Devanar is probably the most useless one for this place. So sadly, basically, I'm blocking in all those trolls over here so they do not go and have beef with the undead. Bring them up a little bit at least. Okay, basically you take this guy down. Or maybe this one. And in next turn I'm gonna move there, and then I'm gonna come from over there to join. Back up, leadership. Perfect. Exactly as intended. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lead that. Forget about that. So he's probably gonna get attacked, because he has only 30% chance to dodge. Oh nice, they focused that one instead. So Idyrs would technically barely be able to make it down there, but what's the point? So I'm gonna send him instead to just... or keep him there to just take down the troll leftovers and collect some XP at least. within reach. I would very much hope that Afira would choose to what's it called? Slow them? Okay, they're not even willing to test that to begin with. Fair enough. Was worth a try. Like, I'm not 100% willing to just engage with them, because they are plenty scary as a lich with 30% chance, 30% added damage. No thanks. And another village. Done with this. Oh, perfect. This one went to poison me. Lovely. That is certainly much safer than everything else. Destroy this one. Oh, only offensively, but they only have a 40% chance to dodge anyway, so that does work out for me. This one is absolutely not willing to attack me, which is understandable. I'm very much trying to make an unattractive target. Oh, let's slow this guy. Perfect. Not too unexpected, but I can prove what it is. Exalted is Malnikai. Indeed she is. So, we won. What's next? There's Vikran. And we pulled this off. As we vanquished the final enemy, Vikran did not appear. Rather, a strange mist began to seep in through the cave walls, and we all began to feel deeply weary. Soldiers dropped to the floor asleep. The glow in the eyes of skeletons faded, and they fell to the ground in heaps of bones and dark sinew. Our loyal followers grouped around us, fearing an attack, waiting as the mist grew closer. Even now, I myself find it hard to keep my eyes open. Distracted glow from Idyrs' skull is flickering. Adrias is trying to fight it off with incantations and spells, but we grow even more tired with each passing moment. Fighting alongside them, I would like to believe that I can call both Idyrs and Adria friends now. Perhaps we are a bit short with one another at times, but I cannot believe that either of them would have agreed to journey so far if they truly resented the other so. If Vikran has tricked us, and this is where we meet our ends, then I think that this is not such bad company to die in. Oh. Commander, you're awake. Easy now, Devanar. Where are we? Devanar, is that you? Yes, Adria, are you well? Quite fine, just a few little pains. Someone cast a sleeping spell upon us, it seems. Damn sleep gave me a hell of a headache. You can say that again. Wait a minute, where's Idyrs? In a very stacked room with freighted drab surroundings, Devanar. It seems Vikran put us all in a dormant state and then transported you, Adria and I to three different rooms. Well, it's not the first time I've fallen asleep on a hard floor, but my back still hurts. Some adventure this is. Kronak sleep well. How friends sleep? Good? Is this Vikran's doing? Indeed it is. What's happening? Why have you brought us here? You thought I would just hand the victor the rod of justice? No. Defeating those buffoons only earned you the right to be tried for such a gift. What would you have us do? If you've noticed, Devanar, I've placed you, Adria, and Mal'Edi in separate areas of what I like to call the trial chamber. Here's where your skills as a commander may come back to haunt you, or benefit you. When you were all asleep, I scanned the sleeping veterans for those who are loyal to you. If you see such soldiers around you, then you have adequately valued the lives of your troops, and I've enabled them to help you in an event that is usually done alone. If you see no friends in your midst, it is because you are a poor commander, and you've allowed them to die for purportedly noble causes such as sacrifice or the good of the whole. Arguably, that was your first trial, battling all the way up to this moment. But that's beside the point. You will each go through the 3 trials to determine whether or not you are worthy of the Rod's power. The first 2 alone, the third one together. Your choices will contribute to your success, or they will cause your demise. Remember to do what you find the most morally acceptable, rather than what is expected of you. And most certainly, don't ever lie during the course of this test. When you are ready, step on the glove, young heroes. That will initiate your trial. Take as much time as you need to before each trial to collect yourselves. Good luck, my friends. If you do everything correctly, you might just come out of this alive. Well then. Quite a vote of confidence, It seems we must tarry here with his games in order to check the rod. I know, Rikrin. He is true to his word. Though it eats away at our delicate deadline, I fear we will indeed have to do all that he says. Let's begin then. Complete the 3 trials. So basically, units that are loyal to me, have the loyal trait, will be able to appear with me here. And it's a bit odd that 4 of those units are just those that I rescued two scenarios ago, but at least 3 of them are long-time companions. And I'm not gonna spoiler anything, so let's just go. I'm ready. Kindra? Vandalor? What are you doing out here? What are you doing out here? It is far too late for a lot of your position to be wondering about the sands of Terrashold. Oh, come now, Kindra. Don't be like that. Is it not true? Imagine if your mother, I mean the High Priestess Marissa, should find out you were walking the grounds during the long dark, and in my company, no less. I would be made to suffer more disdain than I already do. She means well, Kendra. She's just very traditional. She still cares for you and Devanar, though she has difficulty showing it. Anyways, you're avoiding the question. And you are avoiding my question as to why you've seemingly followed me. Well, I asked first, my love. Kindra, truly, what are you doing out here? I'm sorry, Andalor. I have to leave. You'll tell Devanar I was sorry, won't you? I don't understand. Leave to where? I could be powerful, Andalor, brilliant even. I have the potential to surpass Illidia and Atlantis. I know I do. But I can't do that as long as I have to work under Parandel's restrictions on necromancy. So, I'm going to the south amidst the sands. What do you mean, restrictions? What could you... Great gods! You're talking about ghouls. You want to create ghouls. You make it sound like such a terrible thing. The Convocation has forbidden the creation of ghouls, ghast, and necrophages for a reason, Kindra. And it is a good reason. There's no act more cruel than transforming someone into that. Every necromancer has their own aptitudes. Idyrs is best with ghosts, Hunters is best with skeletons, and I have a talent for the more poisonous applications of the dark arts. Besides, do some people not deserve it? Is it not just punishment for the evilest among us? Many would say the act of gruel making would make the offending sorcerer or sorceress the evils among us. You sound as if you've already started down this path, Kindra. You haven't already started studying ghoul making, have you, Kindra? And what if I had? Don't be glib with me. That is a serious offense. You would be banished. So I would, unless I choose to leave on my own first and spare you and our son the imminent shame of being associated with me, given how the Eric would hold honor in such high esteem, that is. Something happened, didn't it? A few members of the Convocation convened not but a few nights ago, and they have all but determined my fate. Marissa offered me the chance to leave Parandel quietly in place of a more exacting trial for the sake of your reputation. So, I must go. Kindra, I abhor your actions, but this can be mended. I'll appear at your trial and speak on your behalf. With my good word, they will allow you to stay and atone for this. Your mother has been seeking ways to be rid of me for years under law. I am a stain on the noble honor of the eldest heir, and she will not allow me to set in any longer. Besides, what future would that grant us? Our reputations would still be irreparably sullied by my crimes. My magic would be heavily scrutinized, likely for the rest of my life. And our son would be forbidden from studying the ways of the Order. And then what does that leave him? Just necromancy? I want better for Devanars than the dark arts. You don't know that, Kindra. Please, don't leave. We can salvage this still. Just wait. My mind is made up under law. Please, do not follow me. And know that I am doing this for your own good. And for his. If you will not see a reason, then you leave me no other option. What? I'm bringing you back to New Landsea with me. I won't allow this. Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask for your permission then. Get over here. Do not give up on this, Kindra. The damage is done under law. Don't make this harder than it has to be. It does not have to be anything. Get over here. Let go of me. Underlaw? No, 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 it was a mistake. Underlaw, say something. Well, Kindra, if this is your power now, I shiver to think of what awaits you in the future. No, damn it, stay with me. It was an accident, Kindra. Don't feel guilty. Alright, I'll stay here, I'll go to try. Just don't. Perhaps you are right to leave. Underlaw, stay awake, keep your eyes open. Oh, curse the dark gods, there's too much blood. Perhaps Parandel will be safer without you. Underlaw? Andy? Alright, Lady Kindra, I've brought over one of the successful test subjects, as you asked. Do you want to have a look, or...? Uh-oh. Bedtime? Gunraw? Yes, Moran? Shut up. I didn't mean to. He's gone, my lady. His guards will come looking for him soon, especially at this hour of night. Kindra, you must flee this place before they see. I know. Let's go, Moran. Lady Kindra? What is it, Gunroar? What would you like me to do with this? Shall we bring it along? Ugh. No. That disgusting thing would have only slowed us down. Now make haste, Gunroar. Yes, my lady. Go ahead too, Monran. That bumbling fool will get lost if he's by himself. Don't worry, I'll follow shortly. As your wish, my lady. Devanar. I hope that one day you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. And that's how she parted ways with Parendel, leaving you to be cared for by Chamelix. She kept the ring Underlow had once proposed to her with, a magic one that gave her regenerative powers, keeping her healthy on the battlefield and eternally young in appearance. But she was never the same after that night. She lost her mother's touch, and became increasingly ambitious and cunning. Perhaps because it was always in her true nature, or perhaps to mask the pain of a son she wanted, but didn't know how to care for, and the accidental murder of her husband. Kindra would go on to become a very powerful necromancer, so powerful, in fact, that she attracted the attention of the Chaos Empire. No. So powerful, in fact, that she joined them. No! She wears the ring even today, but eventually they will invite her to a higher seat of power, and she will likely disavow herself of the only object that could ever possibly link her to you. What kind of sick, twisted game is this? You make me witness the destruction of my family? Watch your tone, fool boy. This trial isn't over yet. If you receive the rod, you will have to make decisions and engage in battle when you are under stress and when you are emotional. Defeat her memory if you can. Fall to my magic if you cannot. So, we basically have to defeat her memory, leadership regenerates, conjured Kindra, and so on. And I would really be pressed to defeat her on my own, that's for sure. Like if I didn't have any loyal unit. For the record, I could technically start the other two trials at the same time, but because I'm streaming, I'm gonna take the trials one by one and also so I have a little bit of a break between reading out a lot. For this I can also turn on AI moves again, because now actually like this. Damn it! Because now there's only such a low amount of enemy units. That goes pretty much as well as you wanted. Like, this is a shame I did not account for that. That's my bad. So let's destroy. Okay, let's do my best beating this one up first. Yes, that would work. Congratulations, Devanar. Proceed to the next area. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna move them up over there, as I said, to be able to take a little bit of a break between the trials. And to not to stress myself too much. So I'm gonna place them there and start the next trial. Let's go. Yeah, let's just go from the left to right. I am ready. So, after seeing the first scenario, we can basically guess that each of them will have to relieve and overcome one of their past memories. Adria! Lydia? What's wrong? You have to go now. Several liches just landed not too far from near Ignis, and their forces are advancing this way. But how? Iga said her magic shielded the island from the view of all others. I know not how they pierced the veil, but they all seem to be fighting for the same undead lord. When Magrudin and I attempted to engage them, they kept mentioning Malnikai, who I can only assume is their leader. So there could be another host we might not even know of? It's possible. We need to evacuate the surrounding lands, however, and I'd fight much easier if I knew you were safe, sister. Uh-oh. Go to New Ignis, quickly! I'm not leaving you here. Damn. I am Aega's Council of Magic. I'll be fine. That was... Oh, snap. Eladia! No! My lady, it's not safe for you here. She's... I see basically the shadow was still there, but we couldn't see it anymore because the unit extremis was gone. My lady, we must leave. Alright, take me. I'd imagine those memories are fresher now, eh? You and your sister Lydia were born in a small forest on Shimmering Isle, a hidden drake settlement with a few fairy residents. Their queen, Iga, led most of them from Firecloud Peak long ago to that much safer location. She used her magic to surround it and its ancient water, so it would be hidden from outsiders. She did not want mermen nearby. Aegar had always had a particular grudge against them for Lotufon's assistance in killing the Moragor drakes, and for the Yotas mermen's murder of the Billhead ones. Nor did she want any troublesome orcs from Jiriga stumbling on her paradise and harming her children. Short flashback basically, Firecloud Peak is the place we are currently at, the mountain we are in here, and they basically left from where we encountered the Spider Lich beforehand, and Hierarchy. And remember Lotufon killing the Moragor drakes in The Rise of Wesnoth, and Yota's mermaids in Dead Waters when they attacked Billheld. There's also a couple, I think, Burning Souls is also a campaign where the mermaids assault drakes on Billheld as well. Anyway. All these places, where are they? As your mind continues to heal, you will understand. She made sure you were quite educated in pre-fall geography. Anyways, after Elidia's death and the defeat of the invading liches, you took up your sister's position as Council of Magic to Queen Iga. And for a little while there was peace, and you helped repair the damage done by Malnikai's forces. But then, she received a message sent by Chamelix. He had, after much trying, found her. Chamelix informed Iga that he had seen a great evil rolling over the sands, one that they would need to defeat together. And so, he invoked the old treaty signed centuries ago by Adrias and her predecessor. She responded by sending you, a Councilor of Magic, and Aegis, a talented human elementalist who had received asylum on Shimmering Isle. It took a very long time for the two of you to get anywhere. Neither of you were used to traversing the desert, and you quickly ran out of supplies halfway to Barandal. Aegis suggested many times that you just teleport there, but you knew that such an expenditure might easily kill you, and the rest you remember quite well. You became lost near the former fort of Abyss. Aegis got killed and captured by Area, and then, in a bright flash of light, fell and then you, in a bright flash of light, fell into a pool of water at the northern outpost. Such is fate. Why are you telling me this? Because you deserve to know about your past. But also because you will have to make decisions and battle in moments of pain and new truths. We'll see, Adria, if you can still defeat your enemies swiftly and efficient, even in moments of emotional turmoil. And now we basically have to defeat the 3 ghosts that, like, basically just some random specters. Interesting, those are not moving? That makes things easier for sure. Congratulations, Aria. Proceed to the next area. Okay, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, in that case, I'm gonna go back a turn. And again, place them there. Skip all this and preferably advance such that at least another of the 2 ghosts. Because it doesn't really make sense for both of those specters to just instantly lose them. Okay, and we have arrived. Put her there, so they will attack. So yeah, that hurts, of course. Okay, that hurts a lot more than I expected, to be honest. But yeah, at least I will get 2 of them. Note that they actually do not have any healers, meaning they will take basically forever to heal their damage. Ouch. Okay, that was closer than I expected. Congratulations, Aria. Proceed to the next area. So, gotta still write that report. And they're gonna take forever to heal. Oh, Master of Water. I completely forgot about that. That's useful, of course. I can use that. So I'm just gonna leave her there and then she will be able to heal up. Time for the next challenge, but first I gotta write a report. Okay, what's it called? The 3 trials. But because each of them has to pass 3 trials. Fair enough. Then let's see, what does Mal Idyr get? I'm ready. Lord Mina, there's not much time. We lost the dining hall and the throne room, Galan. It's just the smaller storerooms and a few other lower levels left. The boys? Alantas and Elidyr, where are they? Fear not, a few of the guards smuggled them out hours ago. Where are your guards? Dead. I assume yours as well? Yes, it was all I could do to escape the undead. I will not see you slain at their hands, Mina. I'm afraid my safety is no longer in your hands, Galan. There are no exits, there's no escape. Our men are dead or dying, and every moment they draw closer. It's just us now, Galan. Down the hallway, quickly! It's not your job to protect me. But I will see you whole all the same. Now go! Just to abandon you here? Yes, you are! If you hurry, you can run through the storeroom corridors fast enough until you reach the servant's south exit. If I stall long enough to provide you with a solid head start, you will have just enough time to escape. Damn you, Galan. Damn all of this mess. I know it's no easy choice to make, but if you linger any longer, our window will close. Go, now, and no more reservations this time. If you ask it. I'm sorry, Galen. I tarried here too long. Never mind it now. Run to the last storeroom. Perhaps there you can prepare a spell that will save us. My master has foreseen trouble from you, Wesnothians. And what trouble could I possibly give him? Your children will grow to great heights, and through the ages they will gather power. Too much power. What do you speak? The binding pact with the Saurian, he will spill into my master's domain, conquering the swamp, and we cannot afford that. Speak sense, necromancer. Huh. Unusual to encounter a man so ready to die. Very well. Tell me where your sons are, and I'll kill you quickly. Even if I knew where they ran, I would never endanger my own. Leave this place or battle me now, but I shall speak to you no longer, Lich. Huh. So we'll do this the hard way. I grant you a final chance as mercy. Where are your sons? Die, foul beast! That was a fatal mistake, my ignorant friend. Oh, you may refuse me now, but I'm sure you'll be much more talkative as a spirit. And now for that meddling white mage. Robrun with me. The rest of you lot, watch the body. As you wish, master. Now, perhaps you will be more cooperative. Unlikely, Lich. Prepare to pay for your crimes. Ha! And you alone think you can make that happen? Galen bought me just enough time to prepare a spell, and now I will avenge his sacrifice. Master, the room is stocked with holy water? Blessed waters, burst forth and burn away the enemy. That was quite taxing. Your mother never did tell you your mother never did tell you exactly what happened, now did she, Elidir? She told you it was an attempt to seize your lands, which was in some ways a truth. But it was not the whole truth. Your brother was just dying to know what really happened, but she would never say, would she? Perhaps it was too much for her to relieve? Or perhaps if it ever got out that she failed to protect him, that she let your father sacrifice himself for her rather than giving her own life for his, the people of your domain might rally behind Elantos, the illegitimate child of the young lord, and a rebellious elven sorcerer instead of you, the legitimate son of an esteemed priestess. Damn you, Vikran. Did you ever confront her about what happened? Demand answers? No. Yes, that's correct, Ellie. You never did. Because it would have brought up the topic of an heir, lineage, and marriage. Things you weren't ready for or weren't sure that you wanted. You never spoke to her much after that day either. You buried yourself in your studies, and she learned of Elantos' necromancy by another's word. Do you ever wonder what she would think of your current state? I know she likely would have disapproved of us. She wasn't the most forward-thinking woman. But necromancy was controversial at the time, and with one son already practicing the dark arts? Who knows? Here's your chance to talk. But maybe you don't want to talk. Maybe she doesn't. Defeat her if you can, Eli. There are some things you must confront, and not even death will give you an out from them. This will be interesting. Damn, Epharius Serpents, that is harsh. So I'm gonna back up a little bit there. And like this. Ouch. Okay, so maybe I should have sent Idyrs forward for this. Shame. Oh yeah, of course they would attack this. That's fair. And I'm kinda hoping... Yes. Ah, shame. I was really hoping that I would be able to give some XP at least to kills, but no dice. Okay, Artheria is almost healed as well, very nice. And I'm just gonna do it like this. Like, Mina will run over here to kill Mercy, but won't be able to hit her because Elidyr is in the way. Actually, nope, there's nothing about that. Then kill her. I'm sorry, mother. Congratulations, Elidyr. Proceed to the next area. Oh, sadly, there is no village. And like Elidyr and Mercy will, like, honestly, especially Elidyr will take a long time to heal. Mercy at least has the advantage of being low level and having low amount of max health to begin with. Then, next try, there's an item. Right, the potion, I completely forgot. The potion grants health. A minor health potion that is sweet and warm, tasting faintly of some kind of fruit. It fully restores one's health and slightly increases resilience. This potion grants a unit plus 6 hit points. I'll take that. But we will nonetheless have to wait for Mercy, and that's okay, that's just 7 turns, and I have 2 trials to go through first of all. Bring it on, Rikren. You there, human! Please help us! Of course, what's happening? Come on, kill these elves and the forest will be ours to use for lumber. Please, if you care at all for the noble people of Westmere. You're Westmere elves? Not as eager to help, are you now? The spirits of the fallen elves of Lintanir guided you towards a home. Elinia Fanadria, referred to by many as the Lord of Light's instrument on Erdia, one of Paranel's most heralded heroes from Lintanir. I believe you have statues of her in New Elancia, no? And of course, Parandra herself, a Lintanir elf who's responsible for the re-establishment of organized Saurian civilization on the Great Continent. Of course, they too have committed certain transgressions against many Saurians, but their more recent actions more than make up for that in your mind, don't they, Devanar? Oh, but the Westmere elves? You hate them, don't you, Devanar? When Haldric the First landed in Wesnoth, what quests did the Westmere elves give him? Saurian slaying missions. And unlike their counterparts from Lintanir, they never did anything that atoned for their actions in your eyes. To help these elves, after Chamalix and the servants of New Elancia all but raised you? You find the very notion of it unthinkable. Is my disdain not justified? They are monsters. All of them, Devanar? It's not becoming of a great hero to speak in such broad absolutes. Now's your chance to work towards forgiveness, or at least understand that not all those who came from Westmere are quite so alike. But the choice remains yours to make. You may not wish to aid the elves, you may even help the orcs destroy them. Or maybe you're so disgusted with their warmongering in its entirety that you'd rather slay them all. What will it be, Devanar? So there's 3 options. I'm gonna pick the one to help the elves, to be honest, because they are defending their land. While the orcs are clearly the aggressors in this instance, and I am supposed to embody a just person. The Westmere elves' past actions are terrible, but orcs have often been no better. I'd rather destroy them both. then the Wesmer elves' past actions are despicable. If anything, I should be helping the orcs defeat them. And at last, I shouldn't let these elves in the forest suffer because of Wesmer's past atrocities. I will assist the elves, and that's what I will do. Very well then. It is wise of you not to blame the actions of a few on an entire culture, and to not seek conflict unnecessary. These are the signs of a just leader. Go on, reply to the elf. I shall be glad to aid your people in a time of distress. Thank you, venerable stranger. Now let us defeat these orcs. Surely. Good choice, Devanar. Kindra would be proud. Apt decision, sir. Cree! And let's see what, like, in the first trials I don't have a choice, and it's also kind of clear cut of what I'm supposed to do. But in the second trial now, I do have choice, and I can also make the wrong choice. So I'm just gonna show you the other choices. Like what happens if I say, yes, I'm gonna kill them both, or even I'm gonna help the orcs kill the elves. So if I side with the orcs, very well then. I am disappointed in you, Devanar. Why? As the former Emperor of Wesnoth, I can tell you that you will often have to set aside, rethink, or ignore your personal opinions in order to make clear decisions. Decisions that often affect the lives of your subjects greatly. I did make a clear decision. A good leader does not involve himself on more islands than he must, and even then, such decisions are not to be made lightly. So no, Devanar, not quite. And what's worse is that you know so. That means you lied. Wait, Vikran, we can talk about this. No, Devanar, we really can't. You have failed to prove you are just. What is this? The end. But, goodbye, Devanar. Damn. Okay, I gotta drink something before I read out this whole thing. With Devanar slain by the last Vikran, Adria and Mal'Edir were unable to finish the trials in their entirety, and soon died in the treacherous reaches of Firecloud Peak. The Convocation, ever holding out hope, never received the Rod of Justice it had so hoped for. New Alencia was overrun and razed to the ground, the millennium-old marble statues of Elinia, Fanadria, and Parandra destroyed. Arya never did receive the Rod of Justice, and the Sujul became lost beneath the volcano. But after defeating the members of the Convocation and absorbing their powers, she was more than happy with her strength. Amulaves fell soon after, though Raelian did escape to the north with her people, where her warnings fell on the deaf ears of skeptical Arathi. She eked out a melancholy existence as the Baroness of a small castle situated in the wilderness of the north, watching as chaos continued to eat away at the continent. So, and my only question is if my end or the explanation will be different if I decide to kill both. And I'm also interested if Adria, if Adria gets killed, if the result is different beyond just changing the names. So he's disappointed, and so on. Okay, so it's really the same. So then he makes it there, and then we go there, and let's help the elves. So you see both sides only have level 1 units and like their leaders, but the orcs of course in a much better situation due to their, well, plus 30% damage during night. So yeah, that should work. So I probably, I'm guessing I will also lose if Fion dies. Also, referring because I didn't say that specifically, thank you for pointing out that item. I had clearly forgotten to consider it at all. Come on. No. Really, you would go for this one? I would have sworn they would go for the wolf instead. Oh, come on. I know he has let his points, but still. So let's finish them off. And take this one down as well. Okay, I would rather not bait this one over to me. So, like, see, the elves are not even taking advantage of the forests at all. No wonder they are losing. Actually, I gotta check how many units they each had. But this one actually just moves to get healed. Fair enough, that's smart. Very good. I honestly expected him to attack this one, but that does make no sense. So let's get back to turn 19, I think. I just wanted to count. Oh, you gave it to the thief. Yeah, that's fair enough. It heals them, but I basically just didn't want to wait forever for him to heal. But yeah, it's true. The thief does gain more. Yeah. So let's basically. I see. I have to count them by hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 5, 8, 10, 14. I see. So the orcs are at advantage even just numbers wise. Okay, so I do kinda get him back up because otherwise he's gonna die. Damn. Pion is doing an amazing job. Oh. Like, Fion is really dodging everything. That's just like, damn. Like, you gotta admit, that's crazy. Okay, so I gotta move him here to be healing them. And yes. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not 100% sure they would be able, like, they have a chance to kill him, but it's not guaranteed. But it is rather sure, to be fair. And I'm gonna finish him off anyway, so they don't have to worry about that. You were an honorable opponent. Thank you, traveler. We would have been lost save for your help. The elves of Westmere wish you good tidings on your journeys. And so on. Like, basically, order to have to be finished first before they can continue to the third trial. So there, and there. Perfect. So let's go to the next trial. Okay, so indeed only those guys can the protagonists can trigger the trials. Fair enough. Let's go, Vikran. You there, please help us. Don't listen to them. These creatures appeared not too long ago and destroyed our southern holdings. Now, even after they've driven us to the northernmost reaches of the continent, they still seek to destroy us. They've taken our town. We're not the same forces that attacked them. We rebelled against our demon lord and fled here, where Uriah won't look for us. Please, our only hope at safety is if we remain undiscovered. Help us get rid of these raiders. We've got to get rid of these invaders and push them from our fort. Traveler, hear reason. Drive these bandits from our lands. They don't even know if it's a town or a fort. They merely saw us and sprang to violence. He's a liar. We know what this place is. He can't even name it, friend. This town is called Windbreaker's Hold, and we built it. Nonsense. We constructed this weeks ago. Look at the pine, my friend. It is fresh. Do you know of any human that could make a settlement in the dead of winter? Oh, the difficulties, Adria. As a leader, you will have to resolve many he said, she said situations with only your judgment to distinguish truth from perjury. But can justice be imparted from your will alone? You will have to look for the clues in each situation to make the difference between arbitration and justice. On one hand, we have a suspicious group of armed men and women emerging from the woods to attack the settlements with no signs of siege. On the other hand, demonkind are a very powerful race with more than enough magical capability to take a town without leaving a scratch. What will it be, Adria? So I'm gonna pick the wrong choice first, so we can again see what happens if we pick the wrong choice and so on. Actually, no, I'm gonna pick the right choice first so I can save and then go back, because I forgot that I should have waited a turn to set the solving of the previous trial in stone. I believe the demons in the wrong. So the right one is basically the demons did make a good explanation. The outlaw leader is lying. The demons' points make me think that they are the true residents. I'll help them. Like, to be fair, the demons were the most consistent in what they were saying. Like, assuming they said things we can verify by seeing them and therefore didn't lie about these things, because then Adria would have picked up on this. Very well done. I'm happy to hear that, Arya. You have assessed the situation, looked at the evidence, and made a clear, active decision. Go on, tell the demon leader your choice. I've decided to help you and your people defend your home. Thank you, Traveler. With you on our side, we'll surely keep our lands safe. Damn it all. We'll just have to kill you if you want this town. Don't listen to him, Arya. You've made a just decision this day. It's truly an honor, Adria, to fight for someone like you. So I'm just gonna move ahead there. So yeah, those guys. Oh, come on, why would you do that? Why would you leave your keep? Oh, really? Like, why? That's... Ah. Foolish. Anyway, let's look at the wrong choice. So honestly, those two choices kinda make it like the choices are too different. I really don't care who got there first. It's not my conflict. I'd rather not take a side and just move on. Very well then. I'm disappointed in you, Adria. Why? You, like me, are a creature of darkness. We can see into the minds of other beings, understand their emotions, their feelings, and their truths. You misused that power today. I didn't. Yes, you did. You looked into the heart of the demon leader and you saw only truth, but you ignored it. You obstructed justice. But the worst part is that even though you knew better, you lied. Riken, I don't have to explain myself to you. No, Adria, you really don't have to explain yourself. And I don't need you to, either. You have failed to prove you are just. Wait, What is this? The end. But goodbye, Adria. Okay, yes, indeed. The names are just switched around. Anyway, let's go back to the challenge and the trial. And really, why would you leave your keep? No, don't do that. Oh, sad. Yeah, of course you're gonna die like that. Like you had a perfect chance to dodge on the encampments, like 70% dodge, and you just throw that away. Whoa, this one really hit well, despite the chance to dodge. That's crazy. Like, honestly, that's amazing. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that the demons are all gonna die, and I'm just gonna be with some leftovers and clean out the bandits on my own. Because the demons are really taking the worst approach to this. I'm so sorry that they all died. Like honestly, I would have like already decided to defend them, and they picked a choice. Oh no, that was a bad idea. I should have stayed honest. No, whatever. Or no, I'm gonna change that. Like basically, if I stay here, I can heal, and I do want to heal. But hell, lucky. Like the shapeshifter honestly has some odds at surviving because of their physical endurance and their 70% chance to dodge. Like, it's amazing, for sure. Ouch. Oh, I wonder if I only have to kill this one to finish this. Probably. But I will nonetheless leave them to last because, as always, I want to get XP. I don't have a reason to actually hurry. And yeah, as I said, the shapeshifter will have a good enough time on dealing with this. Okay, this was a bad idea. Like, even if she hadn't died, I should have reloaded. And I'm gonna reload now. Just gotta make sure that I'm not the easiest target around. And yeah, why not? Admit it, I lied. Thank you, traveler. Without you, they would have poured from the forest and killed us all. Good luck on your journeys. But really, if you had just stayed on your keeps, you would have... much more of you would have survived. Ah. Oh, right, she can definitely, and technically I can send her there. Yes. Oh, the snow works, fair enough. Oh, because it's technically water. Maybe, maybe not. It's fine that it isn't the case. Anyway, let's start the next trial. Like, I will finish even the third trial today, even if I don't technically have enough time for it, because it really... I think that's fine. I'm ready. Oh, snap. That is hard to defend. You there, traveler! Our city has been under relentless attack by these animals for days. They throw themselves at the gates with a dark vengeance. Please, aid us! What of the city guard? Why are they not here? I'm the only trained member left. The rest have all been devoured by those wolves. I've read the fear of the common folk, but without your help, we'll all perish. Well, Elidir, here's your challenge. And it's been tailored just for you. Spit it out, Vikran. Just tell me and be done with it. Very well, Eli. You have a choice here. A choice of whether or not to save these people. As one of the rulers of Parandel, you have some experience with justice, yes, but I would like to confirm that you have not yet lost it. You are on a fragile schedule, but are you willing to stop and help others on the way? It could be worth saving their lives, for that would be a just choice. Or perhaps you think their existence is negligible, and New Orleansia is much more important than a few small folk. So let's start with the wrong choice. So there's for one, you may be trying my patience, but you've never taken me for a fool, and helping this person a full choice, I say no. And there's the, let's say even worse choice, I don't care if they live or die. I've got my own to take care of, Vikran, so step aside and allow me to claim the rod of justice. Very well done. It hurts me to hear you say that, Elidir. Why? The compassion, the ambition, the empathy. It's gone now. I can see that. You're not who you used to be, Elidir. Neither are you, Vikran. I know you're Elidir, and this isn't you. Something has blinded you, changed you. For some reason. You're lying. No, Vikran, I'm not the same person I was centuries ago. I've grown, and I certainly won't have you vilify me for that. I'm sorry, Elidir. Rules are rules. Then just try and enforce them, Vikran. Ha! You summoned the dead to combat me? You have no power over these spirits, Eli. Unsurprisingly, Vikran, you're wrong again. After the guild got to you, I never got you back. You are the one who has changed. What are you doing, Elidir? Getting the real you back. Mal'Edir, no! We need him to find the rod. I won't let you. No, give me back the soul jewel, Vikran. No! You're going to break it. Stop it. What have you done? Adria, run! Devanars, run! Damn. Okay, that's a different ending for sure. After the explosion of the soldier killed Devanars, Adria, Mal'Edir, and Vikran, the residual magic energy caused Firecloud Keep to collapse, burying the Rod of Justice even deeper. And so on. The rest is absolutely the same, but damn. Mal'Edir, whoa, you... Well. Damn. I guess I better help them. I'm ready. And so on. I get a choice of helping them or not helping them. And if I help them, what do we say? Well, Vikran, I'll help save this place. The odds are against me, but if I can save even a few, it's worth it. Very well then. It's good to hear that, Elidir. The same compassion and drive that you used to found Parandel is evident within you now. Go, tell the captain of the guard that you will aid him. You there, spearman! I'll help to the best of my abilities, but I make no guarantees. Thank you. With your assistance, we at least have a fighting chance at salvaging the city. Alright then, here we go. Spiders try to eat Kronak. Kronak no like. Kronak will not let wolves hurt or eat friends. So, let's go. So Mercy is my most vulnerable link for sure. Honestly, for this again, there's a lot of units on the map and it's kinda just noise. Oh yeah, I kinda... Oh, are you kidding me? For real? Dude, no. I did not expect for the big wolf to go for it instantly, like... No hesitation. So we can skip the talk. So I help save them. And you need to back off there. Ah, this one moved next to me and... Why? Oh, they probably wanted to attack this one and got blocked by me. And they will probably move at the end of the turn. Mercy is still far too weak to survive on their own. But yeah, basically let's see if killing Moonlight will end the scenario or not. If it will end the scenario, then I won't prioritize this, to be honest, because I would like to level Kronak and Mercy a little bit more. But let's check first, because if it doesn't end, then it's... Yep. If it doesn't end, then I won't do it. If it doesn't end, I would have prioritized this, because it would make things easier to me for sure. Okay, so as long as Mercy is on a castle, they will prioritize Woodsman. That's good. But I really need Mercy to level, and I do wonder if I lose if he dies. Let's see. Technically, but practically I would want to do that anyway, and I would instead want to get this one. So even after leveling, I will have the 70% chance to dodge, because without it, I am probably screwed. And also remove more of the level 2 wolves, or at least try to. And again, the question is also really if I'm gonna lose if the leader dies, like in the 2 previous sacrifice for the XP, yeah. In the 2 previous trials, I didn't really get a chance to find out if losing the leader ends causes me to lose the snare at the trial challenge. The trial is correct. So let's take this one down. Nice, another one leveled. Good job. It is impressive how much they managed to weaken all those wolves. And wow, that leader is doing amazing in surviving for sure. Damn. So Mercy is a bit too much at risk there. Just gonna put her over there and try Ronak to take this one down, and it doesn't work, but that's okay. And just finish this one off. I wonder if it's impossible to hit him. Basically, yeah, it does seem that the force hit chance is 0%. Otherwise this doesn't make any sense what's happening. Like, not any sense at all. Like, he doesn't have this kind of luck, that's for sure. And I think at this point I am fine with just finishing off the rest of them. Just surviving. Actually, no, it seems I can take those guys down as well. So let's do that. Seriously? Oh, she has finished healing. Nice. Aru! Thank you, Traveler. It is only because of your aid that we have survived this assault. Good luck and good tidings be upon you for all your endeavors. And it seems we finished all the 3 challenges. Trials, I mean. So, and I guess I have to move. Oh, I see. The paths are open now. I'm only gonna move those 3 because if I recall correctly, the last scenario doesn't need support of units. Ah, there we go. Welcome back, Rifumi. And so the final task begins. Interesting. Welcome to your final trial, my 3 champions. You've done well so far, but now you will face your most difficult decision yet. Courtrooms are where justice allegedly takes place, but so often we find this to be untrue. Injustice can be rampant within a system that is meant to prevent it. The 3 of you will be acting as judges for the trial of someone you will meet very shortly. During this trial you will be tested to see if you can make the right choice at a time when justice matters the most. Good luck. Next case, and be quick about it. That bothersome dwarf has no understanding of patience. Bring her forward. What are the charges against this girl? I'm innocent, I swear to you. Silence. You have not been permitted to speak. There's no need to be so sharp with the defendant. Nevertheless, please do wait until the court has called upon you to speak, yes? Certainly so, Your Honor. Miller Serenor, you have been charged with the murder of Sir Laryl of the Royal Tax Collection Service. How do you plead? It was self-defense, sir. But you do not deny it was you who killed Sir Laryl? No. Why don't we shorten this process up a bit, There's no need for hours of conjecture and opportunity for perjury when we can simply travel directly to the source. How so, Justice Amifrin? Like so. Like, remember, Amifrin is his last name. Justice Amifrin, I dare say such unwarranted ignorance is a blatant demonstration of being effective. Whatever pain Sir Lyril endured and may be enduring is negligible in the pursuit of his testimony and by extension, justice. This course of action hasn't been approved. What we lack is irrelevant, Justice Anele, for it shall be compensated by what we shall gain from Sir Lyril. Now should we tarry with more formalities, or shall we begin the questioning? Let us expedite the process. What's done is done. We may as well capitalize on well-intended actions, damaging though as they may be. Agreed. Agreed. Sir Lyril, can you describe to us the events leading up to your death? I was making my rounds to all the farms that had yet to pay the crown. It was at this wench hovel requisitioning tools to pay their taxes. She kept wailing about how they needed those items for their livelihood, and that she had the payment stored at a friend's farm to keep it safe from bandit raids or some such nonsense. A sister ran at me to grab back a tool I took. There was a struggle, and during that, I suppose, she hit me somewhere on the back of my head and killed me. Very well, Sir Lyril. Your purpose has been served. Necromancers. And now, young woman, would you please state your name for the court? Miller. Miller, will you now present your version of what occurred? Sir Lyril went into my house with a friend of his, also in a tax collection service, I assume. I'd been late paying the money, you see, because we have to hide it most of the time. And why is it necessary to hide your payments, Miller? A couple years ago, as you all know, you revoked the law the tax collectors got a small commission of what they claimed for the crown, as it was draining the royal treasury. So to supplement their lost income, they raid our farms and take our payments, and then come back later to confiscating our tools to sell or give to the crown. Those are some serious accusations, girl. She has a name, Justice Taney. I had to hide my coins with a friend who had already paid. I was going to get it and use it to pay Sir Lyril, but I knew by the time I did that he would have plundered my home for all it was worth. So you killed him instead to save yourself the hassle? No! We were pleading with him to just wait and let us show him the payment, but Sir Lyril wouldn't listen. My sister tried to fight with him over a bag of seeds he was taking, and they struggled for a couple minutes and I just watched, and then he... Continue, please. He got tired of arguing with her, so he just took out his sword. So I grabbed a hatchet, but by the time I threw it, he had already put it to the sword. He cut down my big sister. So I ran past his body and just held her for a while. And then his body came back and dragged me off to the cells. So you killed him, and after your sister seems to have accosted him and thereby prevented him from performing his royal duty. As long as you had not chose to provoke Sir Lyril afterwards, you would not have been in any danger. First, it was not self-defense. Is that truly your opinion, Justice Laney? Lots of light. What nonsense. It appears they'll let anyone be a judge these days. The defendant was clearly trying to protect his sister and herself. If she had stayed out of Sir Lyril's way and let him do his royal duty, then she would have had no reason to fear for her life following her sister's alleged death. Sir Lyril's actions were justified, and as an extension of the Crown's will, he will be allowed to enforce such laws. You call murder of a young woman enforcement and alleged death? There was a body, Justice Wren. You call murder of... Okay, that's a typo. Let's put that down. Woman. You like basically the words that switched in the order. Let's mark that. There we go. Actually, Your Honor, no body was found at the scene of the crime. They got rid of it. They're trying to cover this up and blame it on me. Please, Your Honors, do something. There's blood on her clothing, Devanar. It could be from when she was holding her sister's body. Blood that just as easily could be Sir Lyril's. Where's this friend of the Lyrics anyhow? Bring him forward. I'm right here, sir. And I give the court my 2 coppers if you'll allow it. You may speak. What occurred on the day in question at Miriala's abode? Well, I went there with Sir Earl at his request. He had said they hadn't paid up yet, so I just went with him because he was my superior officer and I needed some goodwill. So we got there, started collecting things to pay their debts and whatnot. And then, well, the older sister started fighting with Lil, screaming about what they needed. Then I heard something about the money being on another farm that had already paid. So, being tired of all the noise, I rode out to the nearest farm that I knew of. There was an old man there who said he had it, and there it was, heaping pile of coins. Exact amount when I counted. And then I'm riding back to, Miller's place, yep. Going to tell Lyra to stop being such a gruff old fellow and come get the coins. Instead I see some soldiers dragging Miller out of the house and a couple of terrified small talk carrying some shovels. So Miller's sister was there. Yep. Did you see her body? Nope. Are you sure? Yup. Thank you, Sir Jobrin. Sure, Your Honor. I think it's apparent what our decision should be. Nobody was found. We have testimony that verifies that Miller killed Lyra, and she acted after any imminent danger was over. She is guilty. Was she just supposed to stand there while Lyra attacked her sister? Allegedly attacked her sister, Justice Gilsbar. Lords of Light help you. Sir Lyra killed her sister and you'd need to be a fool not to see it. Miller was justified in burying a hatchet in that oath's skull in self-defense. Had she not, perhaps Sir Lyra would have slain her too. And so now you impeach a dead man's honor too? Huh. Well, as supposedly noble as your attention may be, by the laws of our nation, she is guilty of murder. She's guilty of nothing of the sort. Indeed. I can't stand your arrogance. Miller Serenor is guilty of murder and is hereby sentenced to death. All who concur, say aye. Aye. I wish circumstances were less ambiguous, but we must abide by the law to the letter. I'm convinced that if Miller hadn't thrown the hatchet as she says he did, Sir Lyra wouldn't have harmed her. I say aye. This situation is very ambiguous, yes, but what she is arguing is not self-defense, but the defense of her sister. The situation is not exact or clear. Therefore, we must err on the side of caution and sentence her guilty for her crimes. Another one to ban. Damn. All in the opposition who agree that Miller acted in self-defense and is innocent of any such crimes stand by me now. Aye. Tentatively, aye. Aye. Chief Justice Devanar Evolundir, the vote is tied at 4-4. Your decision will decide Miller Serenor's sentencing. She's a farmer, Devanar. A knight is speaking in opposition. Her voice is hardly reliable. She's guilty. Guilty is the just verdict. He's lying, Devanar. Who? Sir Duprin, when he said she didn't see a body. How do you know? I just know. I can sense it. The same way I knew how to clear those shadows during the skirmish at Adrias. I just have this instinct. I don't know, Adria. Please, Devanar, believe in me. Believe in me like you always have. She's guilty, Devanar. It's not pretty, it's not preferable, but she's guilty. Trust in me, Devanar. Trust in yourself, Devanar. Your Honor, it's time for you to cast your vote. So to me it is, like, personally I would at the very least not pronounce her guilty. I would actually say that we hold off on the verdict and first confirm the body. Confirm if the sword was bloody. Confirm where her big sister has gone to, if anyone has seen her. If the small folk maybe have seen her body. and I do believe she's innocent. And I like assuming so that your tax collector kills her sister, she would have definitely no reason to assume that he would not harm her afterwards, after he was already willing to kill her over willing to kill her sister just over delaying this payment. So I'm casting her as innocent. Very well, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Devanar. For what? For trusting me when I was counting on you. Adrias leaned over and gave Devanar a light peck on the cheek, prompting a blush from him. By ruling of the court, Miller Devanar, you are innocent and free to go. It is good for you to be so wise and so young, just as Eowyn, dear. So young and foolish, so foolish more like it. It's much better in here without those illusions, yes? I'll say. It is with pride that I can tell you that you have passed the third and final task. Good job to all three of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vikran. You need only thank yourselves. You have proved you are just. Ultimately, I see how all three of you could wield the rod of God's power justly and efficiently, but you must decide amongst yourselves who will be the rod's lone holder. Not I, that is for sure. Why not you, Mal-Idyr? You are an experienced member of the Convocation. Aye, that I am. But I am a relic of the past, a shadow of a sunken empire. The age of Wesnoth is over, and with it my ability to wield the rod. Nay, this is the new age, the age of Parendal. You or Adrias should wield it. You are young. Now is your time. It wouldn't feel right, holding the rod. Are you sure, Adrias? Yes, it is for your kingdom, your people, and thus you must hold it for them. By treaty we are allies, and by battle and travel, Devanar, I have come to know you well, but nevertheless the rod of justice is yours. Mal-Idyr and I are beings of darkness, but you? You walk the path between night and day, Devanar. You walk the path of shadows. And despite whatever may cast themselves as, someone may cast themselves as, you always have the ability to look behind them and see their true form. So yes, Devanar, I am sure. Without a doubt, you are most fit to wield the rod of justice. If it's my duty, then I shall bear this great responsibility. Very well. Come forward, Devanar. Claim the rod. He is now called Arbiter of Justice and is a level 4 unit. I can feel its magic. There are deep powers within it. And with time, you will unlock them all. Now come, I'll lead you to an exit that leads safely outside the mountain. And as such, we have completed the scenario. And for some reason, there's an 80% carryover instead of the 100% carryover that's technically promised. Like he is liminal now, and I'm not sure anymore if he wasn't neutral before. Like, it's still an improvement for sure. I think, yes. I'm just a little bit confused about it. There he is. Human Prophet. Oh no, he used to be chaotic and now he's switched to liminal, which is still an improvement, I believe. Yes. Right, I wanted to see what happens if they get the wrong choice. I believe we get basically an explanation behind the scenes of why this was the wrong decision. I'm gonna need forever to add the timestamps for this one, that's for sure. Like, I plan on adding different timestamps for the different trials. So, is guilty? Very well, Your Honor. No, please reconsider. They'll take my head. I thought you trusted me, Devanar. I guess I just don't know as well as I think I do. I must say I'm disappointed in you just as ever, dear. Nah, the lad is showing some sense. Don't let him kill me, please. Tough luck, thus. Off to the shopping block now. Devanar, help! I'm sorry. Well, Devanar, I must say I'm surprised. Why? I tried the same case around your age. The case of Miller Zeranor, and I made the same decision you just made moments ago. Are you okay, Rogue? Did you step on your keyboard? I did what I thought was best. I know you did, Devannar. I did too. But that decision began to haunt me, especially when royal detectives dug up Spara Zeranor's body with Sir Lyril's sword still plunged halfway through it, not but a short walk away from their home. You mean she was innocent? Yes, indeed. And had you listened to and trusted in Adrias as a friend and advisor, instead of falling in with Mal'ida's urging to consider your own opinion superior, regardless of your abilities to sense the nature of a person, you would have known that. Vikran, I apologize. I don't need your apology. And neither does Miller. Although you have made it this far, I'm afraid your inexperience makes you too much of a risk. I can't let the rod fall into your hands or the hands of your associates. But Vikran, we need the rod. It will do nothing for anyone locked away down here. Whenever the final trial is failed, the chamber resets itself. What does this mean then? It means goodbye, Devanar. Of course, I'll just reckon it in a couple of days. But you? Damn. I'm afraid you won't be as lucky. I'm sorry that we couldn't work something out. You really did seem worthy. I was really looking forward to giving you the rod too. Don't do this, Vikran! It is already done. Also, this is definitely a typo. Justice survives when keep disappears. Like, and I really gotta say, I love how the failures are still so thought out. It is already done. You've been defeated. So I'm gonna stick to my decision of saying that she's not guilty, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna end this scenario and then I'm also gonna call it a day. We are already 15 minutes over time, but that's okay. And I do plan on enjoying this. No, like we've almost made it. Like there's 2 more scenarios until we are at a point I made it when I played it a year ago and when I decided yes, I definitely want to show this, and I kind of forgot about the carryover. $100% carryover, which also would make sense. In that case, good luck figuring that out, I guess, because I for sure don't know why it went wrong. Well, for now, see you next time. hope you did enjoy these trades, because I really think they are a great work for sure. Like, they are really, really cool. Anyway, see you next time. Have a nice week, basically. And thanks for watching.